What's up, guys? It's your boy Damie here. Welcome back to my channel. We like to talk about finances, self-improvement. We're just trying to be better people around here, okay? Okay. Today we're going to be talking about a topic that I think isn't talked about enough, especially in your young ages, like early teens to early 20s, mid 20s type of vibe, and that is your net worth and why your network is what makes your net worth. So it's a weird thing that we have going on in our society today about being like the lone wolf. Everyone wants to be like, oh yeah, I'm self-made. I did this on my own. I had nobody. I'm all alone, but I still made it to this point. Like some Sasuke type vibes. If you know, you know. But that isn't really a good mentality to have. I mean, I definitely understand it because in my younger days, I'm still pretty young, but in my younger days, I was definitely on that. I was just about grinding by myself. Like, I don't need anyone's help. And it's actually still pretty recent that I'm like, I want to do it by myself and just no one else can help me. But contrary to popular belief, you can't do life alone, okay? Like, first of all, the thing about self-made people, it is fake. It's literally no one is self-made. Like, there's this book called Outliers that outlines all the major successful people, well, not all, but like a couple super successful people, and then some people that didn't become successful, and like why they went on to be successful or not successful. And in all the successful people, you can see very specific parts of their life where they had a lot of help along the way, or like certain things happen to make them what they are today. It's not like they just buckled up their bootstraps, that's a belt buckle, but and then they just did it by themselves. It doesn't work like that. There's always levels to it. A key thing that you see with super successful people is that they have mentors and they have other people in their sphere that could like influence them and people to talk to about certain things. So, you know, they don't just keep it all in their head and just figure it out on them all by themselves. Because, I mean, you can do that. It'll make the process longer and more difficult, or like they always say, you learn from people's mistakes and get better results. And this brings us to the main part of the video, and I'm assuming you've heard this before from like your parents or like a teacher. If you're a bad kid, the teacher's scolding you and they're like, you're the average of the 5 people you hang out with. And I mean, it sucks to hear sometimes if you're 5 people are bad, but it is the truth. And that quote is why your network is your net worth, because if you're hanging around a bunch of losers, you can't really expect to become a winner. Like, it doesn't just happen like that. You're not just the one shining star that happens to shoot through the stars, shoot through the clouds, and make it out of these little cesspools of friends. And personally for me, this is gonna sound kind of bad, but I make it quite clear to the people that I associate with. And I say associate because usually I don't call people friends, I call them like acquaintances and stuff. But if I associate with you, that you can't bring me down. Like, if you're on a path that doesn't align with the type of person that I want to associate with, or if you don't have similar goals as me, we just can't associate, we can't be friends, and it's tough. I take that quote very seriously, and like I've said, I make it very clear to the people I associate with. And this is hard for people to do because everyone's like, oh, I've known them for this long. Like, yeah, we've been friends since high school. Like, we've gone through this and that together. But if you're stopping me from my overall goal in life, I just can't let it happen. And as soon as I started doing this, things in my life started getting better and clearer. Like, I started getting more mentors, and you can literally see the difference between this year and last year, and it's a huge jump. Not that I literally just started doing it within a year, but like you can still see the difference even though I started this a little while ago. Not a little longer than a little while ago, but you get the point. Anyway, all I'm saying is that you can't be afraid to cut people off. And this isn't like, for the net worth part, it's not just like, oh, you have to be friends with like rich people and all that stuff, but you have to be you should be friends with people that bring value and can help you in life instead of just like pushing your dreams down. Like, you know, those friend groups where they're like, oh, I have this sick idea, and then like, oh, why would you do that? Don't do that, that's too much of a risk, or something like that. Or like commonly with guys when you're younger, if you're trying to do like some new fashion styles or something, if you're into fashion, and then they're just like, that's weird, just wear a hoodie and jeans, like, you weirdo. It doesn't help you or them to stay in that friend group, so you gotta reevaluate. And even when you do find a new group of people, you gotta check up every once in a while, you know, make sure you guys are still aligned on the same path. Like, I actually do this too. You ask, like, I don't know, what you plan to do in the next 5 years, like what are your future goals look like, what's your life goal type of vibe. If you had this much money, what are you trying to do with it, and all that stuff. You know, those stupid tests that you see on Twitter sometimes, like that, what is it, 20 million or 800 credit score. If they answer that dumb, yeah, you just slip up, maybe not that extreme, but like educate them, because oh man, that stuff is. Now that you have an idea of what you want in a friend group, or like the people you want to associate with to bring that net worth up, you're probably thinking like, how do you go about doing so? Because a lot of people, if you're looking for like a mentor or just to talk to someone that you look up to, everyone's always like, oh, can I get like a coffee date with you? And so I can like pick your brain. But everyone has good intentions when it comes to that. But them hearing that, it's just like, oh, you want my time for free. And the most valuable resource is their time. So it's not actually an enticing thing for them to do. One thing that's really stuck out to me from one of my mentors that they said was simply just bring value any way that you can. It literally means way more to bring like a box of chocolates just because like you're thinking of them than for you to be like, yeah, let's go on a walk and we can just talk about business things and let me get all this free game and like picking your brain without giving you anything in return. Like, it's simple like that. Or if you're in the same field, be like, yo, could I come work for you for free or just help out with this and that? Like, it's really that simple. Find a way to bring any sort of value in any way, and it'll be 10 times easier for you to build a relationship with your mentor instead of them just like giving you this free game and then they feel drained after, or they're just not getting anything out of it, because relationships are two-way streets. So that's usually how it goes. I hope you enjoyed this video. It'd be super cool if you liked, commented, and subscribed. But until the next one, we're signing out.